Nick Viall, ABC's The Bachelor, recently had Savannah Chrisley as a guest on his podcast. As fans know, Nick and Savannah are both celebrity cast members for Season 2 of Fox's Special Forces, World's Toughest Test. Unlike Tom Sandoval, who Savannah has insisted she developed no relationship with, it was clear that she and Nick did bond on the show. Chrisley knows best. Fans who tuned into the podcast agree Savannah seemed very comfortable talking to Nick. Moreover, fans also applauded Nick Viall for applying pressure and pushing back on Savannah during her answers to some of his questions. During her conversation with the Bachelor personality, Savannah referred to her father as the Ringleader-President behind bars. The title had Chrisley knows best fans scratching their heads. Moreover, it made them feel as though everything else she had said about the prison stint had been wildly hypocritical. Why are fans so dumbfounded about her calling her father the Ringleader-President? Keep reading for the details. To date, Savannah and her brother Chase have continued to speak about the poor living conditions of the facilities their mother and father are locked up in. They speak of black mold and no air conditioning. They claim that Julie Chrisley has to worry about snacks, and Todd's lawyer even claimed Todd didn't feel safe as people were violating his privacy by taking photos of him while he was sleeping. Now, Savannah Chrisley telling Nick Viall that her father is a ringleader behind bars is a pretty massive contradiction to everything else she's had to say. Chrisley knows best fans are questioning how life behind bars could be so miserable for Todd if he was coined as the president and ringleader. One fan exclaims in a Reddit thread discussing her time on Nick's podcast, "Savannah and fam go on and on about prison conditions, how difficult it is for her parents, but then says stuff like this: my dad is like the ringleader/car, yes ident in there. If I were their lawyer, I would give her a stern talking to like STFU." The OP of the Reddit thread dedicated to this discussion claims Savannah Chrisley needs social media training. The individual goes on to note that Savannah likely doesn't realize the damage she is causing. Presently, her parents are trying to appeal their case, and Savannah isn't doing a good job of making anyone feel for Todd by claiming he's a ringleader and a president behind bars. The OP exclaims, "She seriously needs to be mindful of what she says. I totally get that she wants to maintain her parents' innocence, that makes sense. But your parents are trying to appeal. You continue to say things that are not helpful." News broke in the past 24 hours that Savannah Chrisley was dating a man named Robert Shiver. Robert Shiver used to play college football and has a net worth of approximately $9 million. Likewise, Savannah describes her new man as a normal guy. A normal guy with a crazy story that caused him to make headlines as well. Up until now, Chrisley knows best fans have seen photos of Savannah Chrisley, and they've seen photos of her new boyfriend. They, however, have not seen photos of the new couple together. Fortunately, that has now changed. After People magazine leaked the identity of Savannah's new man, she was spotted at Lax with him beside her. Photos of Savannah and Robert Shiver are now making rounds on the internet. Interested in seeing what the couple looks like next to each other? Keep scrolling to check out the photo. When Savannah Chrisley first teased having a new man, she admitted he had a crazy story to tell the world. She planned to bring him on her podcast so he could share his story with the world. Savannah also planned to bring him on her new reality TV series to introduce him to the world. Unfortunately, she didn't get to do either of those things. Multiple sources have since spilled the beans that Robert Shiver is the name of her new boyfriend. Moreover, the details of his crazy story have also been made public. Turns out, he was nearly murdered by his ex-wife, her lover, and a hitman. Presently, his ex-wife is in the Bahamas wearing a GPS anklet as she awaits trial. Likewise, the alleged hitman and boyfriend are also rocking ankle monitors while they await trial. Shockingly, there is a pretty big age gap between Savannah and her new man. Robert Shiver was born in 1985 and is 38 years old. This makes him 12 years older than Savannah Chrisley. He is also the father of 3 children, and he is currently fighting his ex-wife, who plotted to kill him for custody of his children. Per People magazine, Savannah Chrisley and her new man were spotted walking through the Los Angeles International Airport together. Both Savannah and Robert had smiles on their faces as they seemed to be enjoying being in each other's company. It was unclear exactly where the couple was headed off to.